Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. So for today's video, I'm going to be going to like 5 different thrift stores, mainly some ones that I haven't really been to before. So I'm really excited to see these new stores. I started off with a few smaller stores that I haven't been to before. This Sacred Heart was starting off really strong. They had a whole section for curated vintage pieces where they had several real fur pieces. They were selling them for around $200 each, but it's still always really weird to see people donate really expensive vintage fur. This leather jacket was absolutely gorgeous, but it was so stiff and really small, and for $60, like, I don't think so. This top was very gaudy and over the top. I could imagine like an art teacher wearing it maybe. I nearly got this faux fur black coat for $45, but I just couldn't justify it. Plus, it was also 35 degrees when I was thrifting on this day, so looking at jackets at this time was making me sweat even more. They had a bunch of sale racks and bins, but I didn't find anything there. I'm more looking for like summer clothes as it's getting to be pretty unbearable here in Melbourne. While this corset is nicely structured and I think that it would fit me, it was just from Glassons, so it would probably fall apart after a few washes like some of the other clothes that I bought from that brand. I love this style of top. I was really hoping that it would fit me, but you'll see in the try-ons that it was too loose, unfortunately. I do tend to gravitate towards like more basics when it's hot, so I did like this simple tank top. I really loved a lot of these knitted or mesh boleros, but I don't think that they're my style. Like maybe if I found a longer one, I think it would be cute. Now this top has a completely opposite color scheme to what I would go for, as you can probably tell, but the details on it made me want to get it, and maybe I could like dye it or something, maybe red or black, I don't know. Along with the fur coats, they also had fur hats, but they were literally tiny. Like, I don't know whose head would even fit into these. There weren't as many homewares here aside from these red teacups, but they were $5 each anyway, so I really didn't need them. Would love to find something like this in a different color. Like anything beige just ends up looking terrible on my skin tone. I immediately purchased this huge cross on a chain. The quality of metal was so good and solid. I wasn't sure if it was a bracelet or like a choker or something. It was a really awkward length of chain, but I'll just switch that out. Looked at a few more accessories like these glasses that are kind of trending right now, but I decided against them and just went straight for the change rooms. As I said, this top was unfortunately way too big for me. I hope I can find a version that actually fits me better and like cinches in at my waist a little bit. This top was a bit basic, but I did end up getting it anyway so that I can add some like details to it when I get home. I was thinking of ruching the middle like this and adding like a bow or a rose or something like that. I couldn't even get into this corset top and I didn't want to undo the entire lace up part, so I just gave up. Plus it was $16 and I would have to dye it anyway, so I just ended up leaving with the black top and huge cross pendant. The next store I went to was this massive Salvo's, and again, I was starting off really strong. It seemed like they also had more of like a curated section at the front. This red dress was actually gorgeous. Now that I'm looking back on it, I'm kind of regretting not at least trying it on, but I think that it looked a bit formal for me. This top isn't what I usually go for, but I really love the details on the straps, so I did end up putting in my cart just to try on. I got so excited when I saw this jacket with this like leopard print fur on the collar and cuffs, but the jacket material was so weird. It was like super shiny plastic and it was really thin, so I kept finding things that looked really cute from a distance, but then up close it was like, it's not that cute. Just like this skirt. I liked the chunky heel on these shoes, and these kitten heels also had a very like retro vibe to them. Okay, when I found this dress, I did freak out a little bit because it is stunning. It is a little bit formal for me, but I was just so mesmerized by the red and the mesh layers and the huge slit as well. This top was adorable. Like imagine this with a little denim mini skirt and like some knee-high boots. Like I'm just piecing it together in my head as we speak. I do already have enough velvet pieces, so I did leave this behind, but this had such a cool vibe to it. It almost looked like someone had sun bleached it. I could definitely imagine someone wearing this to their formal or prom in like 2007, 2008. I think it was a vintage brand as well. literally my biggest fashion regret is selling my black penny lane jacket. I had this absolutely perfect black penny lane jacket with like faux fur, but I was super poor at one point and I just ended up selling like all of my clothes, including this one. So I'm always on the lookout for another one that's just like this. This one was beige, so that's a big no, but still. In the homewares, there were some gorgeous ornate mirrors, but they priced them at around $40 to $60, so definitely a bit out of my budget. I went to try on the few finds after this. Starting off with the top, definitely looked better on the rack. On me, it was just super unflattering, kind of made me look like I was pregnant. Same goes for this top. I think I was just really sidetracked by the embellishments on the sleeves to realize that it was actually so ugly and unflattering. But luckily, this dress fit me perfectly. I think that I might make it into a set though, like I'm learning how to sew with a sewing machine, so I think I could be capable of doing that. I think that as a dress, it's really gorgeous, but it is really formal. So if I had it as like a top and a skirt, then I could mix and match it with some other things in my wardrobe. I just picked up the dress here and then I went to go get a bubble tea and flip through some vinyl. Fun fact about me, I drink bubble tea almost every single day, despite the fact that the lychee jelly that I get in all of my teas gives me the most unbearable, severe stomach cramps, but I literally just don't care. I drink it anyway because I'm addicted. Please let me know if anyone else is also addicted to bubble tea or gets these horrible stomach cramps. I have no idea why I get them. After this, I went to Savers and didn't have much luck there, to be honest. Like, everything was priced ridiculously high. The only thing that I ended up finding at the Savers was this leather studded tote bag. I do need a few more tote bags and this one was definitely my style, so I literally ended up just getting this and went home. But not to worry, the next day I went to more thrift stores. I went to Savers again and it was way more successful. At this random thrift store that I hadn't been to, I found this incredible skirt that I will be taking in to fit me better because it's like a size 16, I think, and I'm a size 10, so I will be putting my sewing skills to the test with this one. There were also these boots for $5. Like, what the hell, they are actually so sick, like Y2K dream shoes. I picked up this bag too, even though it is more of a neutral color. I don't care. Not everything that I own can be black, right? I also was so drawn to this super soft lace dress. I got it for $7. It's just so pretty. I really, really loved it, but not as much as I loved this dress. Oh my God. The fit and the shape of it, the little bow on the front and the length was absolutely perfect. The only thing is that it had a lot of like elastic that was kind of sticking out of it, but I literally just went home and cut all of that off. Anyway, I then had a super successful trip to Savers, and this time I was in an outfit with my makeup done. You are welcome. First thing that I found when I walked in were these amazing 2000s graphic novels. I definitely regret not getting these. This one was about an emo who learns how to golf, and she is literally my style icon. For the clothes, I started out in the top section and I found a few that had really cool details or material but just like weren't my size. I put this tank top in the cart. It was like half satin, half sheer lace. And I thought that this would be perfect for summer. This top looked like something a princess would probably go to sleep in. It was so precious and adorable. I loved. This is another lace bolero that was just so stunning, but I know that I wouldn't wear it. And also for like $10, I don't know, maybe for $5, I would consider it. I loved the style and color of this one. I wasn't sure about how it would fit, but I honestly don't care. I will just have to wait until I try it on. This top definitely wouldn't have fit me, but if it did, it would have been so cute. I'm obsessed with lace as the weather is getting warmer, so okay, everyone look away for a second because for some reason, I was so drawn to this silver popcorn top. It almost looked like chainmail, but I just know that I would not wear this. I don't know why I put this in the cart. And I also ended up trying it on. Again, please do not judge me. I don't know what the hell I was thinking. If this had a design on it in the black instead of green, I think I would have definitely got it. I love any top that has super long sleeves, and I will never pass up on like a really interesting mesh top. This is a very simple basic for all of my coquette ballet core girlies. Not for me, but that's okay. Yet another find that, looking back on it, I really just do not know what I was thinking maybe it was more of like a darker way to introduce animal print into my wardrobe, and it was very 90s. It also had an asymmetrical hem, so I don't know. Please tell me you see the vision with this top. Initially, I hated this top until I tried it on later. And I ended up really liking it. Another beige piece that would look absolutely awful and just so washed out on me, but it was Y2K Esprit, so I thought that I would show y'all anyway. In skirts, there was this pinstripe tennis skirt that would barely fit over one of my thighs, so I left that behind. This skirt was too big, but I said before, I now have a sewing machine and I've been practicing altering some stuff that didn't fit me right, and I really loved the dark paisley print on this, so I got it anyway. I was so excited about these IMG cargo pants. They were only $10, and I immediately thought it would be a joint custody piece with bow. Honestly regret not getting this skirt. I loved the designs on it. It reminded me of like 2000 cyber tribal tattoos, and I plan on getting a cyber tribal tattoo, so I really don't know why I didn't get this skirt. I saw this skirt and it had absolutely terrible, really thin, like crumpled up material. It was really bad. And then I nearly passed out looking at the price. Like, it's not even a big brand. What? While it is very hot at the moment, I absolutely adore gloves like these, and unfortunately they fit me perfectly, so I had no choice but to buy them. Another winter/autumn piece that I couldn't pass up on was this perfect off-the-shoulder red jumper. I have been looking for something like this for ages now, and I was so happy to find it for like a relatively cheap price. So by this point, I had a pretty good haul, so I went to the back to try on everything. First up was the jumper. It fit me so nicely. I really didn't have to think twice about getting it. I didn't end up trying these on because they were so dusty, but I didn't realize until I got home that they have this like cutout on the hips, so it'll be really interesting to see Bo wear them, I guess. Already knew that I would have to alter this skirt, so I didn't end up trying it on properly, but that's okay. I definitely still got it. Okay, do you see what I mean about this top? It's like a stretchy red mesh, and like the lace on the sleeves is so perfect, but I'm not super in love with the neck part. I might just cut it to be like a different shape or like a bit lower, but it's kind of giving like Victorian vampire, which isn't bad. I just don't think that I could pull it off. This top was way too big for me. It was almost like a dress. And then I also noticed that it had this huge hole in the sleeve, so yeah, left that behind. If this didn't have the weird rounded slits on each side, I think this would be really pretty, but it just ended up looking really unflattering with them. And then lastly, this was literally just me confirming that this was an absolutely humiliating pick. I'm so sorry, y'all. I'm taking it off right now. So these were my putbacks, and this is everything that I got. From the last couple of days of thrifting, I actually bought like 12 or 13 items total, so I think the next video should probably be like a thrifting haul/styling video from the last month or so. Anyway, that does bring me to the end of the video. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in my next one. Bye!